Hello there. Welcome to Clash of the Podcast. It is your favorite show every single Monday, live before Raw on Netflix. You guys can check out myself, Conrad Cushman of Everything Pro Wrestling, the man next to me, Sean Hubbard of HW Weekly, and
Yes,
together
sir.
we bring you Clash of the Podcast, where we talk about all the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Your 90-minute blitz, if I'm saying that right,
Yes, sir.
before you get into Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I'm appreciative that you are all here. I love seeing all the comments popping up early. We're going to be interactive. We're going to talk to people in the chat. It's a podcast, so this will go out on audio platforms. Make sure you guys support there. Hit the like button right now if you haven't. Make sure you're supporting. If you're on X, Threads, Instagram, Reddit, wherever you are, look up EPW Show. Give me a repost or a retweet. HW Weekly, if they're on there as well, give them a retweet, repost. We promote this show. It works better if you guys do it as well, though. Sean, I'm out of things to say for this intro, brother.
Yeah, man, I don't have much to say because we got so much to say when it comes to the content for this afternoon. So let's wrap this thing up, get rocking and rolling, and do me a favor, my brother. Drop that thing.
Ah, yes. Another wonderful day in the world of pro wrestling. Sean, how you doing, brother?
I'm feeling really good, man. On this weight loss journey, it's coming along pretty nicely. Got a long way to go, but I'm feeling good. Hairline's still intact, thank God. I'm really happy about that. Nah, but I got a lot to say about these Jey Uso haters, man. This is starting to get a little uncomfortable. This is beyond my fandom of the Fatu family. This is about, being fair, and there's a lot of ridiculousness going on out there, man. So we got a lot to talk about. I'm really excited.
Yes. I don't know if we should start there or if we should start with TNA. TNA.
Yeah, let's talk about TNA, then we can get into the main event, respectfully.
Before we get into some TNA, man, let's give some quick shout outs to the people who were here first, man. Our guy, Clown in the house.
Cleasy, 1-3Z, 4-tweezy.
Says, afternoon, everyone. What's good, Clown? Appreciate you. Ray Thompson in the house says, happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Looking forward to taking my kids trick-or-treating and Saturday night's main event. Gonna be a good week. I hope so,
facts.
brother. I'm about to be
my kid is too old for trick-or-treating, but he's going to his first Halloween party. So boy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Man, I think it's gonna be raining here. So I'm still in them trick-or-treat streets, but I don't know how long we'll be out there that night. So we'll
you know how forecasts are, man.
Yeah, absolutely. XG Dub, less than an hour before Clash. Get me through the end of this shift, fellas. We will do our best, my brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir. That. Yes, sir. XG Dub, appreciate you, man.
Quills, he said, what's up, Conrad Chat? Your boy Sir Quills is back again to enjoy my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubs, for episode 165, consecutive, by the way, of the best wrestling podcast out today, Clash of the By God Podcast.
Quilly, we appreciate you, man, and I appreciate the interaction on Facebook and Instagram, my brother.
Yes, he says, I'm really looking forward to this episode tonight, here tonight, just due to alone looking forward to hearing the vast intellectual wrestling minds of CJ and Hubs regarding the topics at hand. Let's get it. Yeah, it's gonna be a different one, man. Ray Thompson,
Quills articulate as always.
Always. Ray Top says, also shout out to your Bills. James Cook had a monster game for me in fantasy. Yo, I want to tell y'all something real quick. I'm playing Sean this week, and I got a little rant about what happened in fantasy to me this week. I put two people on the bench who hadn't been doing anything. This week, they showed up and got touchdowns and everything else. I am tight. Breece Hall, you didn't do nothing for like 4 or 5 weeks for me in fantasy. The week I go against Sean, you do this to me. And I'm up 3 points, but I'm pretty sure with Sean's quarterback, I'm cooked tonight, who is Patrick Mahomes. I'm donezo. I'm donezo tonight.
We do what we can do when we can do it.
Stop being bums. I also will say I did have a bad spot in the draft. I'm gonna hold that to my heart here.
Wow.
Your boy Malik Neighbors got hurt too. That was my top pick. I was like, what are we doing?
In real life football, my team is talking about cooked, man. Scatterboo, Neighbors, everybody's going down.
Yo, felt bad for Scatterboo. Shout out to whoever, I forgot. They said someone sent them like cheesesteaks and pizza today, man. That was a horrible injury. Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of football, man. The only Vinny
we like.
Go ahead, Sean. You can take that one. Go ahead.
That's happy Monday. Football season's finally done for me coaching. We had defensive end tight end that will be playing at Northwestern next year. Had fun coaching the DBs. God bless. So that's fantastic, man.
Always good to see someone move up to like the next level and succeed. Always feels good when you were part of that. So good job, Vinny. Your boy.
And Bleezy Foe Sheezy. He says, hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend, and let's kick the week off right with the two aces of our pro wrestling community.
Appreciate you, Matt. Thank you so much. To bounce off Ray's comments, I think many want LA Knight in the title picture. We're going to get into all that. I promise you. DJ B, Tazzy, and the house party. What's good, Tazzy? What's going on, Peace, man? It's been a while since I joined you guys live. West Coast time. No, brother, listen, you got an important job. I feel you, man.
Enjoy that West Coast time, man. You guys are going to watch the World Series tonight, watch Monday Night Football, and still have the whole night ahead of you. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like to live out in Cali, man, or Washington State or Arizona. Like, you guys watch major sporting events, major things on TV, go out, do whatever you want to do, and then the whole night is still ahead of you.
I bet other times it's probably like, man, this eats the middle of my day up. So
but you're watching NFL at 10 a.m. Like, how dope is that?
If you get up, some people party and can't do it. Yeah. It depends. McKinney in the house. Yo, I'm here to talk wrestling with the Fire live chat. My favorite homies in the wrestling content biz. Clash of the podcast, and to let y'all know, time is a currency you can't earn back.
Ooh, dropping them nuggets as usual.
It is true. Matt says, how is Eric Bischoff wrestling freestyle talks with Fox and ESPN for a weekly series, and TNA still has no deal? Brother man, I couldn't tell you. These are probably more about the connections that people have than anything. Me and Sean have this talk all the time. Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's it. T. Ferg said, what's good, gentlemen? Hope everyone had a good weekend. What are your thoughts on the NBA gambling scandal? Oh, no.
I just don't understand how people who are making millions of dollars a year can't be satisfied with that. I'm not saying there's anything against gambling, or I'm not saying that I have anything against gambling, but to me, to go that far, first of all, we don't condone any illegal activity whatsoever. However, also, to do something like that when you're already a multi-millionaire, I don't understand, man. That's why I always usually use a line, I'm not going to preach to you guys, but right now I'm going to preach to you guys. About to give y'all some serious nuggets, okay? The Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. A lot of people misquote that, Conrad. They say money is the root of it. Money is not the root of all evil. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. When you put money above God, when you put money above your family, that is when it becomes evil. There's no way you can make $26 million a year and then have to be involved in a fixing scheme in basketball unless you love money. And when you love money, things like this happen. Am I making sense? I know I am.
Yes, I also think, to be fair to a lot of the athletes as well. I don't know. Have you ever heard the story of, I want to say it was Boston College. I might be misquoted.
Absolutely. You're hitting the nail right on the head.
Yeah, where they bust into people's dorm rooms. You're like, yo, who are these guys? Yeah, how about tonight at 22, you take it easy? What do you mean? Click, clack, click, clack. And you're like, hey, yo, what is this?
Right.
All right, I guess I'm missing that free throw.
Right.
Stuff like that does happen too, to where people get pressured into it. We don't know what's going to happen with all of that. I think that in an overall world where like there's DraftKings, there's sports betting now, I think more eyes are on this than ever, and people are going to watch. Like, you go on Twitter, Threads, wherever, Instagram, and people are like, yeah, this guy, the first 6 pitches he's thrown out are all in the dirt. People are watching this stuff. You cannot just throw games and do certain things anymore. Way too many people watch and keep account on everything. Oh, he does this every time in the 4th inning at the first pitch. Why? Why did that guy run all the way back and get a safety before the game was over? You know what I mean? People are watching those point spreads. I think I sent you a video like that.
Yes.
So to me, with all of it being more legalized, I think it'll end up being better in the long run. It's just people are going to have to suffer just to show, like, don't play these games with us. So that's just my thoughts on it. But T-Ferg, welcome. And by the way, Wemby, me and Sean were talking, that man's going to be a problem this season in the NBA. Big problem.
My top 3 candidates for MVP this year. Mark my words, by the way, because I'm pretty smart when it comes to this stuff. Obviously, SGA's got to be considered a favorite to repeat as MVP. I'm going to go Jalen Brunson from the New York Knicks. And I'm also, as a sleeper pick, I'm going Wembanyama because that kid is special and he might do it. That's how good he is this early in his career. There's no way you lead the league in blocks only playing 46 games.
Kyra's going to give you a nugget too. 26 points on an average night, 40 points on a good night. Just watch. I'm not saying the Spurs win the chip or anything, but I'm just saying watch.
Yeah. And also watch the Spurs in general because they're building something over there.
Yeah, they're doing big things. Miracle, what up?
I'm searching for a miracle. Believe the impossible. There you go.
Appreciate you, Miracle. BJ said, "Happy Monday, everyone. Hope all is well." The professor in the house. What's good, BJ?
There you go.
Miracle came back. He said, "What up to my 2 favorite homies talking wrestling with the magnificent people in the chat." Love it.
We salute you, Miracle. Jocelyn, I got to give Jocelyn a shout out, man. Let's read her comment first. She said, "Evening, everyone. So how about them Colts being 7-1? Going to rewatch at work as usual. Have a good one." Listen, we want to thank you, Jocelyn, because you were super complimentary of the show and some comments that we made on a previous episode that ended up coming to fruition. I don't know if people listen to us. I know you guys listen to us, and that's all we care about. We appreciate our chat very much. But anybody outside of our chat, whoever listens to it, I don't know if they check us out or not. But it does seem awful weird that some things that we talk about come to fruition a couple weeks later. So we want to thank Jocelyn for calling that out on social media, asking for people to give us a check for our contributions. I think she's right, Conrad.
Yeah. And them Colts, man. I told Sean, man, I can't believe it. I thought he was a fraud, man.
He is a fraud. He is a fraud. Let me allow Jocelyn, because I like Jocelyn, allow me to give Jocelyn some very important words of wisdom. Daniel Jones can be 2 things. Either he can be what we saw for 5 years, or he can be what we've seen for 5 weeks. Choose wisely.
He messing me up. That's all I know. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Just hear what I'm going to say it again. Just hear what I said. This is wisdom. Listen to the young OG. You can believe what he's been for 5 years, or you can believe what he's been for 5 weeks. Choose wisely.
How long before you change that tune, though?
If he leads them to a playoff win, if they go to the playoffs and they get a win in the playoffs, I'll say maybe Daniel Jones figured out a way to play quarterback in the NFL. Until then, I'm not buying it.
All right, as long as you're fair.
I'm fair. I'm always fair.
Guy Will Gamble says, "Europe, what's good, fellas? Can't believe they took the boring route with Raw last week. Actually, I can. Not boring was a good one. You know what that means. McKinney, for all you youngsters in the building, always remember we No Limit Soldiers. I thought I told you.
Yes, sir. I saw that versus. That was dope.
Don't end up like Jaylen Brown. Oh yeah,
yo, leave that comment up, man. Leave that comment up, Conrad. Shout out to Guy Will Gamble, man. I know you're joking because I've gotten a chance to know you on Instagram. You're a good dude, but I want to show the world something right now, bro. Because that Jaylen Brown thing got me twisted. I'm gonna show y'all something.
If only there was a little piece of marker on his head, that'd have been great. Just a little smudge. I'd be like, hey.
We don't play those games, man. We don't play those games. That was the most reprehensible thing I've ever seen. Like his whole head rubbed off on OG's uniform. I've never seen anything like it.
Yo, just embrace being bald, bro. Like you have no choice in the matter. It's over. It's over. I'm not going to Turkey. I'm not getting plugs. It's a rap Rizzy. Kazzy knows we shaved the head, bro. We're both bald. I get it, bro. I'm so happy for Tatum. I know what you're talking about. I don't know if y'all follow NXT. Yeah, I saw. We Halloween Havoc happened. It came. It went. I saw it. Sometimes y'all probably think, oh, if Conrad doesn't talk about it, he doesn't see it. No, I see like stuff that happens. I keep up with. I watched some MLW this morning. In all honesty, the Opera Cup semifinals. People be like, I can't believe it. Conrad knows what's going on. I promise you. I don't talk about it all the time. I'm keeping up with it. I saw Tatum Paxley do her thing. Happy for her. I'll keep my criticisms to a minimum right now for NXT. I'll be quiet. I'm just jumping around. I'm getting to people who we haven't, man. Good day, Cactus. How are my two favorites? First, it was Starsky and Hutch, and now it's Hubs and Kush.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Salute, man.
Let me see. Is there anyone else who has joined? Eric said, "Preach, Hubs."
What up, E? Appreciate you.
Delayed Gratz was good. Appreciate you.
What up, Joel?
Joel, happy Monday. Thoughts on Saturday night's main event? They are coming, my brothers. Stay tuned. Buckle up, I'll say. How are we sleeping on Austin Reeves dropping 51 on the Kings? No LeBron, no Luka, no problem. Yeah, he did his thing.
Austin Reeves, I'm telling you that boy is starting to show me that he's not the average third option. That kid can play.
Good for him, though. Happy for him. Trent, what's good? TNA better be careful. Leon Slater will be with WWE like Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry. Brother man, I think it might be too late. Speaking of that, that's a great transition point. Let's talk some TNA. Sean, do you know what those dates signify that are up there?
I do know what those dates signify, but I would like you to tell the people what they signify.
Why did TNA take a break from Bound for Glory until November 13th? What are we doing?
I don't know.
I'm going to try and spin this positive, all right? Let's do a
try.
Positive spin. Maybe they're trying to clear the balance sheet, if you know what I'm saying. Maybe it's time for a sale, because Matt brought up a good point. If Real American Freestyle's talking to ESPN and Fox about getting TV deals, where's TNA in these conversations?
Right.
What are we doing here? I don't know. And I'm not rooting for TNA to fail. I'm just saying, why did we take a break after a hot pay-per-view? You finally gave people the champion they wanted, and we're going to wait for like 3-4 weeks? I don't know. This is a swing and a miss.
Well, while Conrad gets his video back together, I'll just piggyback off of what he was saying. Basically, it's a situation where you look at TNA for what they've done, and they've decided to take a month off, which is absolutely wild and beyond any realm of normalcy that I could ever think of. And as Conrad comes back into the conversation, all I can say is that TNA, like you said, are trying to get their ducks in a row. Perhaps some contracts are going to be adjusted. Things are going to be moved around to the point where TNA can be more WWE-esque, if they couldn't already be as WWE-esque as they already are.
Yes. Yeah, like Matt just brought up, them taking time off seems stupid. We are getting a Hardy Halloween special on Thursday. The Hardys are the draw. Once the Hardys are gone, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Delayed Grat says TNA will be back to themselves, getting ready to be sold to WWE. Me and Sean have said this. I just want people to keep thinking about this. It's great. You're drawing 6,000, 7,000 houses. The TNA fans, they're selling more than AEW. They're doing great. That's fine and dandy. But remember what's going to happen either when WWE pulls away from this deal or they take you from this deal. Then what?
And I think that's what's being lost in translation. Then what? Because I think, a lot of this stuff is short-sighted on TNA's part. Oh, WWE is playing a long game. WWE always plays the long game, and it's always to WWE's benefit.
Just remember how ECW went, folks.
Come on now. Now you're talking. I thought I was the one preaching. I thought I was the one preaching. Now it's Conrad.
I'm just letting you know. McKinney says, I hope that it's a ruse of some kind. They pop up on a TV station in that month's time. Nah, it's too late, brother, man.
That sounds like a good idea.
How should TNA talent feel about this, especially the ones that left WWE? I mean, they're waiting for a moment, waiting for a chance, I think, at this. if I'm some of the people, I would run, but I feel like it's meant to hold, like, we got something coming for you guys.
There you
Ali,
go,
just stick around a little bit longer, you know? Maybe Matt Cardona, maybe if you come over here more often, you'll get back in the WWE. I don't know. We'll see. Listen, if TNA gets sold to WWE, all I know is we better get some TNA and AAA DLC and 2K26 and beyond. You might be able to if they own it then. Are they really TNA fans, though? Hubs is right. These are WWE fans coming to watch WWE talent. You're both spot on. Yeah. At least that's how I feel. And Doug, welcome. Another clash, another Monday. Sean, chat, teach me. I may hit the John Wall, though.
There you go.
The John Wall. Staying on TNA, man. Mike Santana says that he wants to face AJ Styles for the TNA Wrestling World Title. I think this is a possible match, but do you think they do it, Sean? I think they will.
Yeah, I think they will, but you know what they shouldn't do? Have Mike Santana wear face paint ever again. Most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I thought they said that it was
I don't care.
From
I don't care.
There was a historical preference behind it, though.
Oh God!
I'm not familiar with it, but I'm just saying there was a reason.
Very, very unfortunate to see Mike Santana painted up. No need for that. He's too real for that. But I mean, Santana versus AJ, I don't have no problem with it. I mean, it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? This AJ Styles farewell tour. First of all, what an unfortunate time to do a farewell tour because it's gonna pale in comparison to John Cena's. You know, you're not gonna get the red carpet treatment like John Cena has gotten. However, I'm hoping that they at least do it moderately correctly. And if you want to have a TNA championship match and even have him win the TNA title one more time, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll go that far as to have him win it one more time, but AJ Styles is the legend, man. And I hope that they can find a spot for him or figure out a way to include him into something. Mm-hmm. Trent says the TNA break makes me think they are counting pennies until the TV deal, but the break kills any buzz. Yeah. Hard. Mike Santana wants to rub. AJ Styles will give him a great match. Let me ask you this.
No question they would have great chemistry in the ring. No argument there.
Yeah, let's give them some great matches with TNA people after that, though. That's what I'm saying. I see a lot of fantasy booking with that stuff, but they have a good roster. Use the people that are there. Santana loves the face paint. He did the dead president's thing in it. Yeah, he did. I remember they did use that a lot. We're going to see that face paint again in this episode as well. Mm-hmm. Hold tight. I'm going to jump into some news. It looks like I'm being sporadic, but I'm going in for a reason because he worked for TNA at one time. Sean, please give the people the news.
Cultaholic Wrestling put out a post. Source is Vince Russo saying the following. Following speculation over the weekend that he had joined the NWA, Vince Russo has revealed that he is actually working for Juggalo Championship Wrestling, JCW. Russo has said that he is an investor in the Insane Clown Posse owned promotion, and he noted that Brown Down that he has written 9 episodes of TV already.
Yes.
All right.
On the Bro Down. The Bro Down. It was his old SmackDown podcast with I can't remember who it was. With Sports Kitty, I think, maybe something like that. But yeah,
I believe they're based out of Detroit, if I'm not mistaken.
They could be,
or right out. I could be wrong, but I'm guessing. I thought they were somewhere in the Detroit area.
Yeah, usually we have Juggalo in the chat. Maybe he'll pop up in here. Yeah, Triller TV had JCW. Yeah, they do shows in Michigan. Thank you for that, Joel.
Oh, okay. So there you go. Okay.
Yeah, Vince Russo working with the Juggalos. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's an indie gig. If that's what satisfies Russo and he wants to get into wrestling, good for him. I've heard him say too many times, like, I'm done with wrestling, bro. I'm not doing this no more, bro. I don't enjoy it. Sean, he's been talking about wrestling for how many years since he's been gone? When did he leave?
Every year.
1999? It's been 25 years probably in total of Vince Russo talking about wrestling. You're all right.
And if he got that right, if he got a phone call, he would definitely answer the phone. So he needs to stop playing.
Yes. They say that JCW has a YouTube series. Yeah, someone said Cornette's probably laughing his head off. Yeah, I mean, listen, if he's happy, he's happy. You know what I mean? I'm not going to knock the guy. If that's what he wants to do, then we'll let him rock.
One thing we have to understand, I know it sounds weird. Like when we say Vince McMahon was a wrestling genius outside the ring, we're not talking about strictly wrestling. Nobody bats an eye. When we say that Eric Bischoff was a wrestling genius, nobody bats an eye. Vince Russo was a phenomenal storyteller for a while. He had a tremendous career. He ruined it at the end, but he was the orchestrator with a buffer, okay? But he was the orchestrator of some of the greatest stories in the history of this industry. So, I mean, we need to put a little bit of respect on his name. I mean, booking yourself to be WCW champion is not good work, but at the end of the day, I mean, Eric Bischoff has had mistakes. Vince McMahon has had mistakes. We see Triple H stumbling over his own feet from time to time. So every booker, if you want to go back in the day, Vern Gagne has had problems.
Tony
Everybody
Khan.
makes mistakes with the pen. Yeah, Tony Khan. Everybody makes mistakes with the pencil. We can't hold that against them forever.
The beautiful part with it is sometimes when you take a break, you can recharge your batteries. Triple H taking that break from NXT, then coming in 2022 probably helped him a lot and bought, like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff felt fresh with him again versus if he came right from NXT.
I mean, things have never, to me, felt fresh with Triple H. I mean, Triple H is always Triple H is like Triple H to me is a freshly baked chocolate chip cookie that's been sitting on the counter for 3 days.
Stale but works.
There you go. That's why we're good at what we do, brother. You picked exactly what I'm trying to say.
What I was trying to say though with Triple H was he was out the spotlight though. Like he wasn't in NXT. You didn't know if he ran it anymore, and then you were like, "Oh, this is why we like Triple H." It was kind of a reminder. So I think that's what bought him a lot of goodwill. The difference is when you listen to me and Sean, you're talking to people who, all right, we've seen it all before. So it's like, yes. All right, bro, let's get to it. Do your thing, do what you're gonna do. So if Russo's happy, great. I am curious to see what he comes up with, though. I may check it out in the beginning here. Maybe I can convince Sean too as well, and we'll talk about it again. We'll see. But definitely interesting to see what the indie scene has going on with it. I'm just looking to see. Clown confirmed they are based out of Detroit.
Thank you, Clown.
NWA needs help. That's sad because I saw a lot of people excited for NWA. Like, maybe we're going to do something. And I was like, Billy, you might want to, I don't know. You might want to get someone to help you out here. Crazy. Triple H's 3-day-old bread. Yikes. And then we'll use this to transition into WWE. Sean, first, WWE teases mystery superstar with footsteps video that has now traveled into a hand video. What do you make of this? What do you see in this?
I mean, it dives into something that I don't really want to see. At first, I thought it was Chris Jericho. Still could be. But with the different shoes and different hands and different whatevers, I'm starting to think it's going to be a stable, and I think Jey Uso is going to be involved. I think that Gunther. I don't think it has anything to do with Gunther. I think it's going to be the new and improved Vision. And one that just gave me goosebumps was the one with somebody wearing Air Force Ones. That just gave me goosebumps because you know exactly who I thought of when I saw that.
I still think I think it's a commercial. Personally, with the more they're adding to it, like once I saw the boots, I was like, those look like Minute Maid Man's boots. And
they were definitely Brock's boots.
Yeah, so I feel like it's a commercial for something. What I don't know, maybe for like WrestleMania or something. Maybe it's an ad, but to me, this could be a misstep because a lot of people are excited about something happening, and I'm like, I don't think it's happening, guys. At first, I was hoping it was something for the Vision, and maybe they're going to come up with something new. But the more and more I see, I'm beginning to think less and less like, nah, I don't think that's it. But some people, Joel said the Vision led by Brock Lesnar, maybe, and he's thinking the same thing. WrestleMania 42 vignettes could just be an ad, though. Yeah, I mean, are we hyping ourselves up for disappointment? Once again, sometimes we start thinking too much, like, oh, this looks exciting, and we let ourselves down.
Right. Well, one thing I'm never going to do is get my hopes extremely up because WWE will let you down. WrestlePalooza, WrestleMania, whatever.
Let's take a look at what happened on SmackDown here before we get to Saturday night's main event. Meet the new team of Lucha acquaintances. It is Rey Fenix teaming up with Shinsuke Nakamura now, and they took the L to what are they called? The MFTs?
Well, they're not the MFTs, they're MFT.
MFT. I personally think that there's a joke in this. I won't repeat it on air what I think it is. If you're an adult, I'm sure you can guess what I think it stands for. But that's what I think it is. And here's that dead president's face paint I was talking about. Shout out to whoever changed Jeff Cobbs, because that looked awful. Or what's his name now? JC Mateo. I can't call him that. But thank you to whoever changed his name, because that looked awful before. And I wonder.
Thanks to whoever changed his face paint.
Yeah, because before he was looking silly. I know he got cooked online, and he was like, yeah, we got to change that immediately, bro. Sean, do you believe that this could be the War Games match for the men's Survivor?
I do.
I do. I don't. You know what I want? I already want the Deadly Games tournament. I've already pitched my stuff, but you think it could be?
I think the writing is on the wall. I think that we're going to see. I think it's going to be Wyatt 6 versus the MFT
in the War Games,
which leaves a very great deal to be desired. You know what? One thing I gotta like, these things should not surprise you. Yeah, I mean, one thing I wanna say to you, Conrad, and one thing I want to say to the chat. Do you think WWE doesn't hear us calling for traditional Survivor Series matches? Do you think they don't hear us calling for better storylines and maneuvering people around to put us in a better position to make Survivor Series mean something again? They know. They're doing whatever they want to do. They don't care. WWE doesn't care about you. WWE has never cared about me, doesn't care about you, doesn't care about our chat, doesn't care about any of the fans. WWE is going to do what WWE wants to do. They don't care what you think. That is just the way it is. There's never, to me, it's never been more evident with the way some of this stuff is being booked. They don't care what you think. They are going to go their way. They're going to ride until the wheels fall off. And if something happens that just happens to be something that you want, well, enjoy. But don't count on it. Do not count on it, ladies and gentlemen. WWE doesn't care about what you want. WWE already has your money. And when I say your, I mean mine too. They already have your money. They already have your subscriptions to the 87 networks that you have to sign up for to watch their weekly television shows. They already have your money for the PLEs. They already have your money for the merchandise. They already have your money, your $2,000 for your seats in the upper northeast corner of the arenas. They don't care. So just either watch or don't watch. I watch WWE for one reason, because I have to be prepared for our show. I watch AEW because I enjoy AEW.
Fair point. And once again, something else happened on SmackDown that intrigued me, and I knew you would want to discuss this a little bit more. Jade Cargill came back, had the rad gash over her eye, looking like a real pro wrestler, and Sean, she turned the tables, we'll say.
And in the same breath, I'm going to be fair. This was a WWE decision that I like. To me, that doesn't excuse them for the 25 decisions that I don't like. But in this case, a clock is right. A wrong clock is right twice a day. A blind squirrel does find a nut. And whatever different analogy you want to use, every once in a while, they do something right. The Jade Cargill heel turn makes sense. And I do believe Jade Cargill will be the next WWE Women's Champion.
Yeah, I think it's time, man. I don't know. There's just no juice in anything Tiffany's doing right now.
You know what the funny part is, Conrad? And I don't know if this crossed your mind. When she initially saved Tiffany Stratton before she turned on her, I thought that something else was in motion that I predicted a long time ago, which clearly is not going to happen. I thought Jade Cargill was going to start a feud with Julia and become the United States champion, which is what I thought would happen when I thought that they would give her a trial run with the U.S. title to see how she carries gold around. But it turns out that was just to set her up to turn on Tiffany.
Yeah, I felt bad for Julia in this too. Like, when I say dead in the water, like...
Well, something, you can look at dead in the water or not. And I agree with you, by the way, just for the record. But at the end of the day, she's going to go down as one of the longest reigning champions in women's history because she never defends the title.
Yeah, I think of Dean Ambrose in the U.S. title. Like,
there you go.
Whoa! Yeah. Not a belt that's never defended. Could definitely do better. Yeah, and I agree, McKinney. The scar definitely helps out and makes her look way cooler. But yeah, so the heel turn seems right. And if you're gonna do it, I say just do it. Give her the belt.
It's time, and I bet you some fans cheer.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone liked the baby face, really. Jade Cargill doesn't scream babyface to me.
No, she doesn't. She screams Glamazon.
Yeah, just a heel's heel, and
Like,
the match.
and speaking of Glamazon, that by the way, I wasn't doing that on purpose. But speaking of Glamazon, like nobody liked when Beth Phoenix was being nice. Like, what is Beth Phoenix smiling for? What was Rachel? Rachel? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. The girl from Judgment Day.
Rhea Ripley?
No, Judgment Day. Current Judgment Day.
Oh, Raquel Rodriguez.
Why is Raquel Rodriguez smiling all the time? Like, stop smiling.
She's better as a heel too, I think. It
Totally.
just works better. Some people you got to switch up the characters, and this one I think was necessary, and it's going to lead to a match. It looks like a Saturday night's main event, Saturday, November 1st. If you're in the wonderful area of Salt Lake City, Utah, you can catch this. So,
by the way, I love, and this is rare for me, I love the promo posters.
Yeah, no, these look cool. This one,
those are fire. Unlike that ridiculous one from Clash in Paris.
Yeah, don't get me started. Jade Cargill's got to win this one, and that's not disrespecting Tiffany. Not saying Tiffany can never be champion again. I just think we need to ease up off of this. I'm just giving you any last minute thoughts. I'm looking at you.
Oh, my fault. I mean, I've already said what I need to say, bro. Like to me, you know, Jade Cargill is in her element when she's a heel. So let's rock and roll with that, and let's get Tiffany Stratton back to disrespecting people. Let's get her back to being who she normally is.
Yo, Clown didn't tell a lie right here. She's no longer waiting for her chance, even though she's had 9 beforehand.
She's definitely had at least 3 or 4. You're right about that.
Matt said Julia is gasping for air. They got to find something for them to do with
Have
her.
Have to.
Yeah. Man, just craziness with it. Let's move on into the next match, I guess, from Saturday night's main event. Cody and Drew.
Dear God.
We got Cody hitting people with belts. I'm surprised they didn't add a stipulation like if Cody gets DQ'd, he loses the title. That's where I thought we could be going with this. Maybe that's where they still are. Sean, this is going to be one of those like my pick is Cody, but my heart says definitely go with Drew. Like, please pick Drew, but the money is telling me pick Cody because everybody can't have new
say that one more time about what your head and your heart is saying. Say it one more time.
My head is saying pick Cody. That's the wise choice. But my heart's saying, dude, we need Drew McIntyre to be the champ right now, like immediately.
Tell your heart to stop being foolish. Cody Rhodes wins. Another ho-hum, boring, ridiculous win by Cody Rhodes, even though, and I can't believe I'm saying this, even though Drew should definitely win. Cody is going to win. Don't be fooled. Don't get your hopes up. Cody Rhodes will be the world champion until we get to Vegas.
No chance of Orton, like accidental RKO.
Absolutely not. The most we're going to get is Cody getting attacked after the match by Randy Orton. Randy Orton is not going to cost Cody Rhodes the WWE Championship during the match. It's not going to happen.
And I don't see, if anything, that's going to be Drew's excuse maybe. But how many times can Drew lose his title shots before you're like, all right, move on? Move on. Because to me, the only other thing to do is
over. Anybody who's starting to, people need to get their heads straight. I'm done wishing the title off for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes has been a boring champion. Cody Rhodes has not lived up to expectations in my book. But WWE, like I said, I don't know how many more times I have to say this. This is just another example. WWE doesn't care. Do you hear the boo? They're booing Cody Rhodes. But they're booing Cody Rhodes, but they don't care. They don't care. So it is what it is. So tell your heart that I said stop talking because you're wrong.
Eat.
Your head, yeah, think about what your head's saying. Your head is correct. Your heart is incorrect.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. One can only hope, man. One can only hope, but...
And you know something? Think about what you're saying right now, Conrad. Think about how you've crossed over. Because all of a sudden, I'm starting to hear you talk a little bit different. I don't ever remember hearing you say, oh, I hope, or, it would be nice if... You're starting to see what I've been talking about for months. Cody Rhodes is lame. You may not be all the way there yet, Conrad, but you're on your way.
Well, I never dug like the America, like all that with Cody, but I'm like, okay, bro,
when
that's
it comes
what we're doing.
Crashing down.
Yeah,
exactly.
It screams like 80s wrestling to me, but I do like Cody in like his when he's in his bag. Cody has moments when he's in his bag, and then there's like Cody where it's like, what are we doing, man?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? So I don't know, man, what's gonna happen.
It would be, and for the record, it would be phenomenal if it were to happen. If Drew McIntyre walks out of Salt Lake City as the WWE champion, I will gladly be wrong, but I won't be because WWE sucks.
Yeah. Yo, he said Cody's still champ. Yo, yeah.
Dark Elite. I love it, Eric. He's American made. American male theme as well.
Yeah. American males. Here's the problem. Like someone say, no way, Guile losing. Sonic Boom. Yeah, Cody is good when he's here. Here's the problem with WWE. Like, there are people who are in these like divisions, but there are levels to this.
Break it down, Conrad.
When Cody is facing someone like Drew, Cody's here. And Drew, they make Drew think he's here, but the way they treat Drew, I know he's here. Like they just put him just below. He's always gonna be you were just so close. Wait till when we find the right moment, we're gonna give you your moment. I promise. Like you don't worry about it. And that's if it happens. Sometimes, hey, we gotta go with him. Let's do it. Told you this was your moment, kid. And they believe it.
One thing you have to remember, little bit of a history lesson, a history lesson that you certainly do not need, Conrad, but maybe some of our viewers do. Historically, Saturday night's main event has not been an event that titles change. Andre took the title from Hogan, and the Brainbusters defeated. The Brainbusters defeated Demolition on a summertime edition of Saturday night's main event. Those are the only two title changes in the history of Saturday night's main event in the 80s and 90s. So you got to understand, this is not historically an event. Now, you can help me out. It's a shame I know more about the 80s and 90s than I know about now. Has there been any title changes since the reincarnation of Saturday night's main event?
There has to be, right?
I don't remember any. Chat, let us know. Since the re-debut of Saturday night's main event, has there been any title changes? I don't think so.
Yeah, someone let us know. I know someone's out there
Googling. But you understand what I'm trying to say. The bottom line is I wouldn't bank on it.
Yeah, listen, we were just talking about, and I'm going to bring it up again, RIP to Mo, Men on a Mission. They won at a house show. They were tag champs for what, 2 days, 3 days?
They were tag champs for 1 day.
I think it was 2.
Was it? Okay. Maybe they won on
Saturday.
They won on a Saturday. All right, they won on a Saturday. Okay.
And then the Mounties, they came right back and got them. With their famous manager, quote to Johnny Polo.
M. Leezy, that miracle, I see you. I appreciate you. M. Leezy, that doesn't count, my friend. And McKinney, I see you. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. You know why? Because wasn't the title up for grabs at the end of a tournament?
Correct. I mean, that's not a change. That's just
it's not a change. Just like this Saturday won't count for Jey Uso and CM Punk. That doesn't count.
Yes. And now that you've mentioned it, I'm going to kind of bundle all this up into one for us, Sean, with the Jey Uso CM Punk saga. So Jey Uso won the Battle Royal last week, and it looks like it's going to be him and CM Punk. Sean, I did have some numbers here. I'm going to pull them up while I wanted your thoughts. How did you feel about the Battle Royal number 1? And please
let me tell you something, Conrad Cushman. Jey Uso should not have won this Battle Royal. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. Sean Hubbard just said that Jey Uso, this is just to show everyone. No, I'm not being a homer. I'm not going to just cheer for Jey Uso every single time out. Uso should not have won the Battle Royal. LA Knight should have won the Battle Royal. I have no problem with that. The problem I have is with this unwarranted ridiculous hatred of Jey Uso. It makes no sense, and it's very actually. And I'm going somewhere here, Conrad. I'm going to tread lightly, but I'm going somewhere. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. It really, really is. And I think the chat understands where I'm going, but I'm not going to go. But the hatred of Jey Uso is literally uncomfortable. I agree LA Knight should have won the Battle Royal. I agree LA Knight's time has come. I agree LA Knight should have been in a situation where maybe he could have won the title on Saturday night. But that is over here, and this is over there. Jey Uso being hated, literally hated, it's crossing over into something very real, Conrad. And I know you don't like talking about stuff like this. All right, I understand. But let's call a spade a spade. There's something going on here that's beyond wrestling. It's not comfortable, Conrad. It's not. And we need to wake up and we need to recognize what's going on here. There is no reason that you can sit up here, and when I say you, I don't mean you. There's no reason you don't need to sit up here and say LA Knight should have won and that not be just all by itself. But no, LA Knight should have won, and I hate Jey Uso. Jey Uso doesn't deserve to be on the show. Jey Uso's corny. Jey Uso's this. Jey Uso's that. Jey Uso makes me sick. Jey Uso doesn't know how to wrestle. It's wrong. There's something going on here, Conrad, and I'm going to stop talking now before I really cross over into what I want to say, because the only reason I'm going to hold back is because of you. I'm going to hold back because of you, because I respect you and I respect our platform. But more importantly, I respect the fact, I got to take that back, what I just said. I respect our show because this is your platform. This is our show. This is your platform. And I'm not going to say what I want to say on your platform. But this is uncomfortable. It's unnecessary. It's unwarranted. What I saw, some of the comments I saw online were disgusting. And it went beyond wrestling.
You're probably correct with it. I have talked to some friends, though. Now, and these are people who did not like Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. I'll preface it by saying that.
And that's okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No. And I get what you're saying. That's okay. But I do see some people who are frustrated with this choice. Like, dude, why are we doing this? If Jey Uso is not turning heel and getting the championship here, I'm going to question this decision a little bit. Like,
it's okay to, God, dog it. It's okay to question it. It's okay to question it. And I'm not angry with you. It's okay to question it. But it's not okay. You know what?
No, go ahead. Go off.
They're taking it too far. I didn't
see some of these comments. So what comments did you see?
I'm talking about some stuff about his hip hop persona.
Oh no, not folks in this company not understanding hip hop. Like
the culture aspect. I've seen some stuff, man. I've seen some stuff.
Well, I've seen some. You know what I haven't liked, and I'll say this without getting too deep into it. Stay out of people's personal lives is what I'll say. This is just a general message to all who are wrestling fans that I see on social media. You don't know what's going on with this person and their relationships with other people. Stay out of that. Stay out of this. Stop blaming his dad for all this stuff. I know everyone's going to go into it's nepotism. Oh, it's Roman. Oh, it's that. I mean, look, Jey Uso is just there and just trying to do his job. That nepotism didn't help him. How many years ago is it now? 11 years ago. Where was it then?
He's been with the company for a decade and a half.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop it.
And the other weird thing is, let me ask this, guys. The reactions in the arena are not amounting to the dislikes too. Sean, I pulled this up for you because two people sent this to me. WWE's top 3 dislike videos of the year. Number 1, Jey Uso becomes world champion at WrestleMania 41 with 111,000 plus dislikes. Jey Uso defeats Austin Theory within 1 minute, has 89,000 plus dislikes, and Jey Uso winning the Raw Battle Royal was at 84,000 plus and counting. Why is he in the top 3 most disliked videos?
And let's not insult people's intelligence here, gentlemen and lady. Let's not insult intelligence here. Is it a coincidence that Jey Uso is the one who has all this negative stuff? Is Jey Uso the first person to squash someone? Is Jey Uso the first person to probably win a match that he shouldn't win? Is Jey Uso the first person to win a title he possibly shouldn't have won, even though him not winning the title at WrestleMania, to me, is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard since he's been the most over guy in the company for the past 2 years. I mean, It's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I'm telling you right now, Conrad Cushman, I'm sick of it because it's indicative of a bigger problem. Nobody else gets this kind of hatred, bro. Nobody. No, it's ridiculous. It's like, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you a company that gets that much hatred. Don't get me started on that too. But
there you go.
But lately, people have just been vicious, though. Like, if they want something changed, it's different. And to me, it's like a pack mentality. Like, we're gonna just jump on this. I get it, guys, not being happy with the decision. If you want LA Knight, go buy LA Knight shirts.
And Conrad, I'm going to say this again, my brother. I'm going to say this again for your benefit as well, because you need to hear this from me too. Look at me. LA Knight should have won the Battle Royal. I'm saying it. LA Knight should have won the Battle Royal. But does that mean that people need to hate Jey Uso?
You know what's weird? I feel like every time we get into this, Sean, about like the World Heavyweight Championship, me and you say the same thing about like people who we've kind of stuck up for before. And listen, y'all know, CM Punk fan, I have been in the past. Me and CM Punk are on some rockiness right now with some of the stuff he's done, where I'm looking at, I look at him a little more sideways than ever, more than ever, I'll say. But I'll say this: CM Punk should not win the World Championship here. He should not. He should not.
Oh my God! Well. Be prepared for your dislikes to go up, because my God, it's almost like sacrilege. Did Conrad just say that?
Yeah, I mean,
please.
But
people. I mean, I'm saying that. I'm saying that to be funny, is what.
Yeah, but the bigger story for Punk to me is down the line. Remember what I said about that whole Sami Zayn thing? It's more possible for Sami Zayn to go out there and face Jey Uso than it is for him to face Punk, someone else in that spot. Maybe it's Sami and Jay later, but then you're going to turn Jay heel for 5 months and really ramp it up. I hope you have a plan. That's all I'm going to say. I hope there's a plan in play for this, and that's what they do. But
is the Yeet thing a gimmick?
Sure.
Of course it is. Was putting your hand up to your ear like this a gimmick?
Sure.
Was Austin giving everybody and flipping everybody the finger a gimmick?
Sure. Everything's a gimmick, though, if you're playing that.
What exactly is the problem? What's the problem? Chat, I beg of you. I beg of you to. I don't understand this. I don't. So I mean, again, and this question is rhetorical because the answer is no. You have to be a 5-star wrestler to be a champion in WWE? Really?
No.
I mean, then what are we talking about? And again, I want to say this again from the rooftops. LA Knight should have won the Battle Royal. But are we going to sit up here and say, oh, Jey Uso doesn't deserve to be anywhere near the world title? He's top 5 in merch. He's always has crazy, great fan reactions. If he did turn heel, which I'd miss the eating and I would miss all the cool stuff that he does, but if he did turn heel, it would break the freaking internet. But this guy doesn't deserve to be champion? It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's preposterous, Conrad.
We didn't talk about the U.S. Open Challenge. Look where Damian Priest is.
Well,
I don't want to even get into the it's Wepa time, but I'm just saying, like, we gave him the championship, and look at what happened with him now. He's kind of just in lost land. Like, I feel like it's just floating in the mid-card. Let's see what we could do for him. And I hope that they can find something better for him. Jay has maintained his, like, what's the baby face word I'm looking for here? Not heat, because heat's going to confuse people, but he's maintained his streak.
Conrad Cushman, you are a biracial individual, correct?
Yes, I am.
I am a black man.
I'm probably like quad racial, but go ahead. Make your point. I'm sorry.
Thank you. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, or green. If you're over, you're over. There's nothing at all about Jey Uso in the past 3 years that says he doesn't deserve anything. To say that that man does not deserve anything is preposterous. It's the same thing that we would have said about anybody else, but for some reason, I mean, it's backlash, Conrad. It's backlash. And I don't understand where the backlash. You need to help me out, Conrad. Chat, you need to help me out. Because I am perturbed. I am befuddled by this. What about Jey Uso? And by the way, look at me. I know what it is about Jey Uso that they don't like, but I'm going to keep that to myself. What about Jey Uso makes him so unpopular on the internet? Please enlighten me.
Chill.
E is crazy. What? Tell me, what is, I'm being dead serious, Conrad, and I want your undivided attention on this, my brother. What about Jey Uso, other than what I'm thinking in the back of my head, what about Jey Uso is so dislikable on the internet?
Do you think he's just a victim of the IWC? Sean, you have the greatest WrestleMania match tomorrow, right? You finally get your moment. You win the belt. We're happy for you, but we're already booking for who you're going to lose it to the next night on Raw. We're like, all right, who could he lose it to here? I would go with this person. It's like, hold on now. Why are you booking him to lose? Like, let's enjoy the reign a little bit here. You know what I mean? Like, people are already probably booking, like, who's Ilya Dragunov going to lose to? He just got the belt, bro. Like, let's see what he does with it first.
I want to get off this because to me, I don't know, because Conrad, you could keep it real with me. If you think I sound like sour grapes, I think my point is, I think it's ridiculous hate, bro.
I think both sides.
You don't, and I'm gonna let you have the floor. I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna let you have the floor. Conrad, I'm giving you full permission. You could have told me to shut the F up. If I had said Jey Uso should be WWE champion right now, it would be a ridiculous thing to say. I'm not saying that, Conrad. I'm not even saying he should be world heavyweight champion. But it's out of control, bro. But the floor is yours, Conrad.
I think that it's weird that the same thing that people are complaining about with Jey Uso, if I'm seeing some of those things correctly, like you're saying, if that's their complaint, why are they leveraging it then to make all this money off of it? It's cool when it works for you. Like, is that when it's okay, or is it cool, behind the scenes? Like, is that okay? Are you okay with this? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to be out there yeeting and it's a party and it's great. We're making money. We're selling shirts. Great. But that reaction is different than what I'm seeing online, and people talking crazy. People will talk online and talk crazy all they want. Rob brought up a great point that people are mad at Ilya because of who he's dating, and people are being detectives on their timeline trying to figure it out. Someone who was in like NXT, I believe, or at that level, and then that must mean that you were doing X, Y, and Z. Like I said, I'm not going to get into people's personal relationships because you start doing math and you're like, well, that doesn't make sense if you're blah blah blah. I don't want to get into that.
McKinney and Easy E, I'm going to give Conrad the respect because this is our show, but it's his platform. Conrad, can I say what? Can I throw it out there?
Go ahead.
I'm going to ask you.
Say what you
out
want
of respect for your platform. I'm going to do it tactfully and with taste. Is this a situation where he's getting all this backlash because he's a brown skinned individual?
I would think some of it could be.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to go far into it. I'm just throwing it out there, bro.
I think you have to be careful with it because I do see the frustration in, dude, we did this before and we're doing it again. Like I see people like, if you didn't like the Rumble,
you can tell me, Conrad, you're my brother. You can tell me I'm wrong.
No. But I think Sean knows I'm a it's gray person. You'll never get like the it's black and white answer from me. You're going to get the pros and the cons and everything is gray. Like, that is bad, but if you ever need someone to give you the other side, call me. But if you want me to tell you you're right, you better be 1,000% correct, and I'm not going to have any argument against it. And I will make people mad, like when I think of the other side of things. And in this, I can see both sides. I had people call me up like, dude, why are we doing this again with Jey Uso? I didn't want to see it the first time. I don't want to see it now. I thought it was a mistake at the Rumble. I think this is a mistake again, too. And I, personally, Sean, we didn't even get to the matchup or anything else that's involved with it. At this point.
I'm sorry, man. I mean, we're being real about it, bro. We're talking, but okay.
No, we were talking about Jey Uso and what has happened. Listen, the brother's selling merch. That's a fact. Sean
like hotcakes.
And this is and listen, Derek's one of the people who he ain't feeling this. But I always tell Derek, when Sean goes through the list, what is he not doing? Did he sell merch? Yes. Are the people behind him? Yes. These are things that everyone else did. Check. So what's the complaint?
What's the complaint?
He's not good enough. Look at all these other people who were. So what's you know what I mean? I'm not mad at what you're saying with it, but I also see their side of it too.
And that's fair. And in the same breath, because I'm being fit, you got it. Now I'm asking you for some validation here too, brother. I'm saying LA Knight should have won the Battle Royal. I said that.
Yeah. It was his time, and I don't know what their plans are and what they're doing. Yeah. Who knows? But I know when it comes to Saturday night's main event, it's going to be CM Punk and Jey Uso. I do not think Punk should win the title here if the plan is for him to face Cody Rhodes later on in the year at WrestleMania, which is the match I would like to see at this point. Because if Seth's not back, I don't know what else there is for Punk to do. I really don't.
Well, I mean, you know what the problem is? Now I'm caught between a rock and a hard place, my brother, and I'm going to tell you why. Now that the match is made, right? I mean, LA Knight's not in the match. Either Jay wins, which I don't necessarily agree being the right thing now. WrestleMania 41, was Jey Uso's time. Anybody who says Jey Uso shouldn't have won the title at WrestleMania 41 is dead wrong, okay? But fast forward to Saturday night. Jey Uso right now in his current state is not world championship material. Could he get back there? Maybe, but not right now. But then again, I thought Punk was for WrestleMania.
I don't know what they're doing. To me, it feels like there's always an odd man out in whatever they're booking, and it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do for?
Could LA Knight be for WrestleMania? Could LA Knight win the Royal Rumble?
This is where I'm going to look back at the fans, though. And no one ever blames the fans for stuff. You have to do your part now and cheer for LA Knight and make them change their plans.
Well, they are cheering for LA Knight, bro. They are cheering for LA Knight.
No, go buy those shirts. I saw a sea of John Cena shirts when they went to Australia. Do the same thing for LA Knight. Go buy a shirt and wear it at the show. Go cheer for LA Knight. Go tweet about LA Knight. Go do whatever you're going to do for him. If you want him in that spot, then do it. That's all I'm saying. Preach it up. Go and get it all in. Tell him you want LA Knight as the world heavyweight champion. This is the time to do it. To me, LA Knight, I don't know how many more opportunities he's going to get. You don't get over 3, 4, 5 times sometimes without getting the title before people give up on you. Look at Dolph Ziggler, and
you gave up on Ziggs. You gave up, and I'm not knocking you because you were right. You gave up on Ziggs. You gave
and
up
it's Rob's fault why it happened. Rob made me realize it because I was like, "Oh, Ziggler won again. Let's go!" And then he was like, "Who cares? He's going to lose again like he always does." And I was like, nah, and then he lost, and I was like, wow, they do it again. You can have great intercontinental title matches, but that's it. We're done with that, you know. And
I will say this though, you know what the cool part about Saturday night's main event is? I don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, I mean that's the interesting thing. I can tell you what my prediction is if you want it.
Please.
This ends in a no contest.
Oh my God.
Because why did you do the Battle Royal, Sean, without Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed? They're going to be angry. We didn't
Conrad,
get a chance.
Conrad, no. Really?
Yes.
Wow. Well, you might be right.
Let's screw it up. and that'll give them more time to think about what they want to do. Or
you're more leaning towards a no contest because of the vision rather than the vision helping one of the two guys win.
Correct.
Ooh, okay.
Because listen, I'm not giving up that Jey Uso money. If we're talking about not turning Cody heel, we ain't giving up Jey Uso money either. Then that's cash.
Right.
No way. So,
but this whole thing with Jimmy, it's so weird, bro.
Yeah, I think they're creating the doubt in your head, but it's not the time yet. To me, that Jey stuff is going to be for Mania. If Seth can't make it to Mania, you might be doing Jey and Roman.
But you know what the funny part is? Well, Jey and Roman, that gives me goosebumps. But let me tell you something. If I had the pencil in my hand, oh God, you're gonna think I'm nuts. I'm gonna give you a guess, and I'm gonna give the chat 30 seconds. So don't say nothing, Conrad. I want you to take that 30 seconds as well. Chat, you got 30 seconds. I'm gonna give you the man who I think should be the next leader of the vision. 30 seconds. You can talk about whatever you want, bro. 30 seconds starts now. Chat, go. Conrad, you think? Don't say nothing about that. Talk with him.
No dead air. No dead air.
No dead air. So, yeah, while they think about that, give me a name, guys. I'm thinking of a name that should be lit. And when I say it, you guys are going to be like, yo, you're bugging. But it's going to make sense if you think about it. So, with that being said, it should be Deadly Games and Leezy. And I love what Conrad said about Deadly Games, but they're not going to do stuff like that. They're not going to do stuff like that because for some reason, WWE doesn't make decisions like that. Deadly Games would be the perfect opportunity.
Now, we do have some names popping up in the chat. Also, man, I'm gonna say something else here too.
Yeah, sure.
Sean, I can see it where they're going to just rocket launch Braun Breaker and just say, you know what, we got to go with it. We got to, why wait another year, 2 years, whatever their plan was, right? The plan is done. They might just go with it. We got names popping up. Are you ready?
I'm ready. And by the way, somebody got it right.
Is it McKinney with Jimmy Uso?
You know what sucks about McKinney? What sucks about McKinney is that McKinney has eliminated everybody else in the first comment. That's who I would have picked, McKinney. You are the man. I love Obafemi as a guest, Guy Will Gamble. I love Sami Zayn Quills as a guest. Santo Escobar, M. Leezy, I don't know. That's kind of a stretch. Conrad with the Mark Merrill thing. Please stop. Rob, I like that. Brock with Miracle, that makes sense. I'm thinking Jimmy Uso. McKinney, you got. Now, you tell me right here and now, Conrad, if Jimmy Uso was revealed as the orchestrator of the vision, you tell me that would not catapult that man. Do you understand? I can't even talk. Please comment on my prediction.
I think it should work in theory. Will it work? I don't know. Because then we're going to put to the test how much do you guys really like Jimmy? You're going with it. This is what they did with Jey. You have to eventually just say, you know what? We're going with it. Go with it. Let's see what happens.
Conrad, look at me. Look at me. When I think about Jimmy Uso standing over the lifeless carcasses of CM Punk and his brother, being surrounded by Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, I'm getting chill. Chat, tell me I'm bugging right now. Tell me I'm bugging right now.
You might be, sir. You might be,
but oh my God,
just a tad. But if there were all these lifeless bodies, man, I can hear James. Shout out to the Pro Wrestler Shoot, James. I can hear him saying right now, it's only the fourth inning. It's only the fourth inning. Shut it up.
God will Gamble's feeling me. But we can move on. But wait, before we move on, who do you think should be the newest member of the Vision?
I think it should be Theory, and you just keep it the way that it is and just figure out a way to get Theory back into the mix. I feel bad for that kid, like, as a whole. Like, he kind of got pushed to the side, and then you put him with Grayson Waller, and then that sucked, and it was like, well, you didn't even break them up. Like, you didn't do that right either. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's fun. At least we have something to think about. But you know what the sad part is? The sad part is it's probably going to be a clean victory for CM. And I'm not against CM Punk, but it's probably going to be a clean victory with CM Punk with no interference by anybody, and it's going to go off the air with CM Punk being world champion in the worst, corniest way that we could ever do it.
Yeah, and we'll see what they come up with Santos. By the way, I'm tired of that headline too. Santos Escobar coming to Raw this week, and I'm like, contracted wrestler shows up on his wrestling show. Like, what's the chill out, guys? Like, all right, do something.
Yeah,
once I see it, I'll get excited. Let's see what they do here, and keep it up. Moving on to, I guess let's get into the last thing here, Sean, before we get ready to head on out. AEW, man, you had brought up that you wanted to bring up and talk about like what AEW's been doing with the injuries, since they are dealing with a lot of them, but the roster depth has kind of carried them for the most part.
Well, listen, first of all, masterful job by you putting together that graphic. When I brought this up as a potential subject point, I'm so glad that you decided as producer of the show to make this the last segment, because as much fun and energy as we have about WWE, AEW deserves the main event slot on Clash of the Podcast this week, because I want to give so much credit to AEW for their tremendous ability to navigate what has been a massive loss in injuries. I mean, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly and Clash of the and Everything Pro Wrestling listed both Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland as two of their top 10 wrestlers in the world. And they're without them right now. They're gone. And with Swerve Strickland being gone, also Prince Nana is gone. And yet they've continued to put on quality programming. They've continued to put on quality pay-per-views each and every week, each and every month. To me, it's just another example of why AEW continues to be the best in-ring product in the world today. I just feel bad that they don't have the same production value. I want them to step it up more. I want them to do what they have to do. You can't force fans to be in the building, but I mean, go back to Daly's Place more often. Continue booking these smaller venues, and continue to show the world that you are the best in-ring product in the game today.
And I was just telling someone the other day, man, and call out that phony stuff too, because people said go to the smaller arenas. Now it's look at your attendance.
Yeah, but that's stupid. That's stupid. Yeah,
I know, but you told them to do that. So, like, what are we saying here?
Exactly.
And listen, I'm not saying AEW is perfect. There's some stuff happening right now. Like, we're getting some rematches and things like that. That's fine. That's where it's at. But I still think AEW does put on a tremendous product. I don't want to hear that there's no stories. I don't want to hear that there's not this and there's not that. They do have good stories. Could it be better? Always. Is there things that we're going to talk about? We're like, what are they doing? Sure. And Sean, I told you about the entertainment stuff. The puppet thing this week with Mercedes Moné. Some people loved it. Some people hated it.
Right. And that was definitely, and there was no real middle ground either. Either you loved it or you hated it.
Facts. And yeah, it was real tough to see what people felt and dealt with when it comes to that. You're not
going to be able to do what they were doing before, right? You're not going to have the ability right now to have Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan debut on the same pay-per-view. You're not going to have, Jon Moxley walking down the stairs. You're not going to have Chris Jericho, but you can still do surprise story. I think right now AEW needs to go in their bag. I've told you before, Conrad, you can agree or disagree. I think romance storylines are awesome. I think they sell tickets if done correctly, not that Bobby Lashley Lana crap. I'm talking about some legit love triangle storylines, and I think that betrayal storylines are awesome as well.
I think AEW and WWE are at the point with the long-term storytelling too, though, to where they make you wait, but not everything has to be long-term. Sometimes you can do a 6-month storyline. You can do a 2-week storyline to get people into things. And I know sometimes people feel things get long in the tooth and whatnot. And that's why we got Dynamite this week. Me and Derek will be reviewing this on Wednesday. Make sure you guys check us out after the show here on Everything Pro Wrestling. It is Fright Night Dynamite. Ooh, spooky.
There you go.
We got number 1 contenders for the tag titles being decided. FTR, Young Bucks, Jet Speed, Jurassic Express. Number 1 contendership for the 4-way. I wonder who's going to win that, going into Full Gear. We have the quarterfinals of the women's tag team tournament starting as well. That's going to be interesting. And on Collision, CMLL title being defended. She never defends any of those 12 belts. Busted.
She's defending it right here. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, well, and she just defended it two weeks ago, I think now, too. Mercedes Moné versus Olympia and Don Callis Family Summit. So I'm sure we're getting some fireworks between Takeshita and Okada for what's been going on with them. And then we got Raw tonight, man. Raw's about to go on right now as soon as we get ready to get on out of here, man. So I'm going to kick it to you, Sean, and then we'll get on out, man.
Yeah, a fantastic show, Conrad. I just want to give you, you're the executive producer of the show. I think you're fantastic. Great job as always. Chat, you guys were phenomenal, man. We appreciate you. Look, man, we just want to continue to enjoy pro wrestling, man. Saturday night's main event. I will say this, as much as I'm a detractor of WWE, Saturday night's main event does have some intrigue to it. It's the first event that I'm actually like, I think I want to watch, and I'm going to watch, and we'll see if they disappoint me. I hope they don't. Make sure you check out Conrad and Derek this Wednesday night and every Wednesday night right here on Everything Pro Wrestling channel for their AEW review. On November the 6th, check me and Joel from Triller TV out as we bring you a very exclusive Jake Paul versus Tank Davis preview. The week after that, or 2 weeks after that, Conrad and Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Street will be joining me for Hubbonomics as we do our Survivor Series special. And then the week after that, on Thanksgiving Eve, as I'm on my way down south to visit my family, I'm going to be bringing you live a top 10 Survivor Series matches of all time. It's going to be lit. So between Everything Pro Wrestling's continued stellar content, between, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly's up-and-coming content, and obviously the flagship, the mothership, the one and only Clash of the Podcast, we got you covered on all fronts. So with that being said, man, we want to say thank you again. Watch Raw, watch AEW, watch New Japan, watch TNA. Continue to support pro wrestling because it's what we love, man. So, and if you love us, continue to check us out each and every Monday night, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. So on behalf of my good friend, the one and only Conrad Cushman, my name is Sean Hubbard. I'm Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. He's Everything Pro Wrestling, and we are Clash of the Podcast. Until then, God bless, be encouraged. Evil never prevails. We'll check you very soon. Later.